Tube. Our game is a bit loud to me. At least to me. Okay, good. I cannot read that, but thank you so much for the 3 stream stick. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, guys, I have a question. Do you guys also want like a daily check-in, daily check-in redeem on Twitch? I've seen a lot of people use it, but like, I've never done it myself. Do you guys want it? Because the thing is, I've seen other people use it, but I always forget to use it when I visit my friend's chat. I just like, I show up at camps and do the daily ticket thing. Today it shows like a number like 4, and I'm like, I've been 100% on more than 4 streams at camps, but I just forget to use that thing. Kandri, hi, hope you're doing well. Hi, Black Belt Sheen. Hi, My Leading Hat. Hi. Kandri. We're healing dress when I see. Okay. I hope you guys been doing well. The weather's been shit today. Like, it's between beautiful sunlight and major fuck off rain. Hi, Kitty, what you doing? It should be working. Why is it not working? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Hello?
I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
There we go. There we go. It did it. Stitches. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My day has been fine, I suppose. Kind of like stuck between productivity and unproductivity, but we'll see. You too. Yes, I too. I try.
Sassy mood.
There is no sass here, Conrad. But hey, at least I wrote some stuff. I don't like what I wrote, but I wrote some stuff. And I was like, feeling maybe I could write the day after the stream too. And then I realized I can't because I have to get up tomorrow at 5. Because I have a doctor's appointment at 7. So, yeah, fun times. Guys, cross your fingers for me. The doctor actually shows up at that time, because I really don't feel like sitting outside in the cold at 7 AM for God knows how long. Because if he cancels, then like they're not even shops are open at the time. So like, I won't even know what to do. Because like door to door it's like an hour approximately, so yeah. Let's see, let's hope. Yeah, okay. Maybe after the jogging outside in the cold rain. Okay, I only got hit by the rain a little bit. I managed to run out when it was sunny, and I was hit by the rain for like the last 5 minutes of the jog. But the tea was very hot and my stomach went kind of like, oh, I'm very cold. Yeah, today we will be continuing the Weeping Swan. And what the fuck is a flowchart? Never settle, Lurker, Gondry, hope you doing well. Hey guys, I've been very diligent in my Disgaea dailies, but I have not been diligent with my Arknights dailies. I need to improve. Okay. Select specific option on Chronicle Chapter 3 to unlock. Wait, is this thing doing the same thing as... Wait a minute. Meme. Is this thing doing the same thing? Like, not quite, but similar to Road to Empress? We have a flowchart for this? Wait, so only when we select specific options can we unlock remembrances? And we have Remembrance Chapter 2 Swan, but we haven't unlocked all of it. Okay. Hidden ending skipped. Oh my god, I still have no idea how to get the hidden ending. I should look it up. I feel like if it was not among the screens that I could select immediately, it must have been something that needed to be selected in a much earlier chapter. And I just like, no. Actually, let me just Google this. Take this. How was it? Hidden ending. Road to Empress. Okay. Okay. And let's see. Okay. Do you guys recall which chapter that was? The one with the... Wait, with this... Where we protected the servant of Prince of Wei, right? Okay. Depending on your choices, you will go to skipped summon or straight to the killing intent. Wait, so we have... Okay. Keep quiet and let him find. Bad ending, no response. Bad ending. Tip off him to hide. Then there's explained was an honest mistake. Injuring his plans, suspicion +1. Skipped summon. I've got someone I'm into, your crush. How do we get to skipped summon? Skipped. No, depending on your choices your choices, you'll go to skip summon straight. Princess Doubt. What? But what choices? What choices? It doesn't give me what choices! Yeah, it was chapter 6 and 7. It was chapter 6 and 7. But apparently it must have been some sort of choice before, but the guide here in Steam community does not indicate which ones those choices are. So I guess we're screwed like that. We'll never figure it out. Yeah, I guess let's load the game. A memory fractures through my skull. The first one, the one about her. Bit by bit, it claws its way up. I met her 15 years ago. Let's go! Yes. I met her 15 years ago. It was the 5th year of Chongzhen's reign. Just after Where is Lucas when you need him? Li Chuan's troops had invaded the lands of Jin. That year, I was 9, she was 11, and we were waiting at an inn in Jin's salt pond to be sent to Yangzhou. I remember well that day. Hi, Pax Empirical Country! Hope you're doing well! Welcome, make yourself comfy. We're continuing with this Depresso game. Because I started, and I ain't no quitter, except unless it's Doom. I remember well the day when my tears fell without cease. But she didn't shed a tear. Dad, Mom! I want Mom! I want Dad! I don't want to go to Yangzhou!
哎，我的小祖宗，快别哭了。去扬州是住你大伯家，你大伯把你当亲儿子疼，好吃好喝供着，干嘛不想去
Because he's uncle and not mom and dad, bruh. Why wouldn't you want to go? Because he's uncle and not mom and dad. Oh dear, stop crying already. You're going to Yangzhou to live with your eldest uncle. He'll treat you like his own son, feed you well, and care for you. Why wouldn't you want to go?
不行，我要留在这儿，不去大伯那儿。
No, I want to stay here. I won't go to eldest uncles.
哎呀，你爹娘其实没死，他们现在就在扬州等你呢。你真不去找他们？
Ah, bro! How stupid do you think the child is? Well, honestly, a desperate mourning child might fall for that. Yeah, bet. Well, oh dear. Your father and mother aren't actually dead. They're waiting for you in Yangzhou right now. Won't you go to them? See, that's what I'm saying! Also, excellent voice acting. Gotta keep saying this. Excellent voice acting. Liar! You're lying! I've known all along that father and mother were killed. They're never coming back.
哎，这是听谁胡说的？东家他们福大
Gaslighting 101. Who filled your head with such nonsense? The master and mistress were blessed. They'd never.
就是死了，早有人告诉我了，你骗人。
They're dead. Someone told me ages ago. You're lying. At 9 years old, I sat in a chair in the inn's main hall. Yeah, at 9 you understand this kind of shit. The family's old servant had carried me here while I slept. He said shopkeeper Zhao at the inn was arranging a carriage to send me to eldest uncle's home in Yangzhou. Oh. I kicked my legs, flayed my arms, and wailed with my head thrown back, hurling away the little toy the old servant had given me. A few days earlier, while waiting in the city for news of father and mother, I received the tragic tidings. Father and mother were killed by bandits who ambushed them while receiving goods outside the city. Afterward, the family deliberated and decided to have me adopted by eldest uncle. Eldest uncle, father and mother were all salt merchants. Father and mother spent years procuring salt in Jin territory. They shipped it along the river to Zhangyang for eldest uncle to sell. The servants called my father and mother young master and mistress, and eldest uncle great master. Now that father and mother are gone, I've become an orphan. After days of discussion and several letters exchanged with eldest uncle, the servants decided to send me to Jiangnan to be adopted by his son. No, I won't. I don't want to go to Jiangnan or Yangzhou. Eldest uncle is just an uncle. He can't replace my father. Father and mother died near the salt pond. I want to stay here with them.
来来来，方少爷，莫哭啦，吃一口糖丸，嘴里甜了，心里就不苦喽。
Come now, young Master Fang. Don't cry. Have a sugar plum, sweeten your mouth, and your heart won't feel so bitter. Don't do that, bro. Do not. No. Do not use that. Do not use that twirly dash thingy, whatever you call that. Don't. I judge. As I was crying, an old man approached. He was the shopkeeper of this inn. The man named Chow. Oh. Yeah, I'm having iron deficiency again! Yay! Because it's that time. It's the monthly subscription. Please. Dressed in blue with a small felt hat, he looked about 50, smiling so broadly that it narrowed his eyes to mere slits. The very picture of trustworthiness. Okay, I really like the phrasing. I like the phrasing about how the eyes smiled. I really like it. I want to save it somewhere. I don't know where, but I want to save it somewhere. Oh, cool. Let's try saving it here. Okay. Because it's something I often wonder how to describe it best when somebody is smiling so broadly, their eyes closed. When father and mother were alive, they brought me here once to purchase a servant for me. Father and mother had warned me, be wary of the smiling. Don't eat his food, don't follow him. If he tries to seize you, scream, human trafficker, help! Bro!
我不要。
I don't want.
那给你个拨浪鼓玩玩。
How about the rattle drum to play with? It sounded like he slapped me!
不要，走开！我不要你的东西。
No, go away! I don't want anything from you. I shoved aside the rattle drum he offered in irritation. Unfazed, old man Zhao chuckled twice with his hands clasped behind his back.
哎呀，赵爷，知道你会哄小娃子，可我家这小祖宗倔得很，听不进劝。哎，这该如何是好啊？
Master Zhao, I know you're good with children, but this little lord of mine is stubborn as an ox and won't listen to reason. What should we do?
哎，小孩子嘛，总会闹脾气，过了岁数便好了。
Children will be children. They'll always throw tantrums, but they'll grow out of it in time. Old man Zhao chuckled twice more before sauntering back behind the counter to sit down. I glared at him indignantly. Yeah? When I looked towards the counter, I noticed an old person and a child sitting there. I hadn't seen them arrive. The elder was a woman in a yellow robe, likely old man Zhao's wife. As for the younger one, his attire suggested a boy. He wore tattered purple clothes and a bamboo hat that hid his feet. His hair appeared short. He lay lazily sprawled across the counter, motionless, as if asleep. Was he the child kidnapped by the Zhao couple, the human trafficker? He seems quite well behaved. Clearly kidnapped by old man Zhao, worse off than me, but he didn't even cry.
喂，赵老头，找你办件事。我知道你路子广，
She doesn't look that
帮我联系
old,
到从那边的人。
but I guess to a child she would, because she looks fairly young. Hey, old man Zhao, I need a favor. I know you've got connections. Help me reach someone in Datong. As I gazed towards the counter, a woman's voice suddenly cut through the air, brimming with uncommon authority. Oh, so no, it's somebody new. It's somebody new. Okay. She strode in from outside and headed straight for old man Zhao.
哦，联系大同的人。
Oh, contact someone in Datong?
我这儿有个女娃，她的爹娘在大同。我要先给他们去一封信，问问他们愿不愿意付旅费接人。
Damn, kidnapping and human trafficking, bro, and extortion. Yes, I have a little girl here. Her father and mother are in Datong. I need to send them a letter first. See if they'll pay to bring her home.
要是他们不愿意付呢？
What if they refuse to pay?
不愿付，女娃跟我走。
If they won't pay, the little girl will come with me. Bruh.
你没怎么带过娃子吧？若是他们不要，不如卖给我算了。
You don't have much experience with children, do you? If they don't want her, you might as well sell her to me.
不成，我劝你少打他的主意。他是我一个很记仇的恶匪安排过来的，定要给他安置妥当。
Grudge holding bandit. And he's holding the grudge against her parents? Okay. Okay, I don't know. I want to know this plot. I want to know this plot. What's up with that? How did they get a bandit to hold a grudge against them? Absolutely not. I'd advise you to drop that idea. She was sent here by a grudge-holding bandit. We must settle her properly.
很记仇的恶匪，那我可不敢惦记了。
A grudge-holding bandit, huh? Well, I wouldn't dare covet her then. Old man Zhao sighed, which piqued my curiosity. My wailing gradually turned into intermittent sobs as I strained to listen to the conversation blindly.
渊姐姐，真能找到我爹娘吗？
Sister Kite, will you really find father and mother?
放心，一定能。
Don't worry, we definitely will.
渊姐姐，你不会走吧？
Sister Kite, you won't leave me, will you?
不走，翠儿、红儿有小张叔照看，我不用操心。放心吧，琼华，在安排好你之前，我不会离开盐池的。
I won't. Uncle Zhang is watching over Suye and Honger, so I'm free. Rest assured. Where is Lucas when you need him? How do you read this again? Kyonga? I won't leave cell phone until you're properly settled. We need to have Lucas, because Lucas is also a streamer. We need to have Lucas play these games because Lucas knows how to pronounce this stuff. Oh, that's her name. The girl called Changhua gave a soft reply. Her voice was sweet and airy, and paired with Old Man Zhao's earlier comment about her being radiant, it only deepened my curiosity about her looks. So I wiped away my tears, turned my head, and pretended to glance casually at the two newcomers. Wow. That remarkable woman seems to be named Kite. She was in her 20s, dressed in a pale purple gown, even more beautiful than my mother. And beside her stood the girl named Tonghua, quiet and obedient. She was about my age, with delicate, lovely features. As I looked at her, she turned her head as well, her round eyes meeting mine. On her gaze, I suddenly felt too embarrassed to keep crying. So with reddened eyes, I stared blankly at her. Suddenly, I noticed a thin strand of snot yet clung to my mouth, left over from earlier tears. Sniff, sniff. I gave a sharp inhale, sucking the snot back up. Cute.
你几岁呀？
How old are you?
9岁。你呢？
9. And you?
也9岁，不过快满10岁了。
9 too. But I'll be 10 soon. But wasn't there a talk of her being 11?
那我该比你小
When they
点
met?
儿，不能叫你琼妹妹，得叫你琼姐姐。
Guys, did I miss something? At the intro of this segment, we had him say he was 9 and she was 11, but now she's also 9? Huh? Oh, then I must be younger. I can't call you little Chang. It's Sister Chang now. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Ah!
琼姐姐听着怪别扭的，
That's what I read too.
你就叫我
I know,
琼华
right?
吧。
Thank you, Shell. Sister Chang feels odd. Just call me Changhua.
好，那就叫琼华。
Changhua, yeah, no, okay, I'm good. Good then, I'll call you Changhua. I grinned and spoke to her. Since we were both children, Changhua and I quickly started talking. At first, I wiped away my tears with an easy familiarity, staggered a few steps, and plopped down beside her. I asked her how she got here. She told me honestly her father and mother had been high-ranking officials, but after a relative committed a crime, they were implicated and exiled to the borderlands. Later, human traffickers disguised as soldiers took her, blindfolded and gagged her, then threw her into a carriage and transported her all the way to Huangzhou. Then, she recounted what sounded like a legendary tale. She and 3 other little girls were to be sent from Huangzhou to Luoyang, supposedly to become adopted daughters of a wealthy family and lead life as free from want. They were escorted by 2 armed guards, one called Master Xing and the other Master Liang. Midway, the guard called Master Xing suddenly left, and the one called Master Liang told them they shouldn't go to Luoyang, promising to find them a better place. In the end, Master Liang took them to an inn in Haizhou and entrusted them to Sister Kite. Sister Kite took in Hongya and Kuyer to help at the inn, promising to help Chonghua contact her father and mother. As for Master Liang and the little girl called Sister Sui, they later seem to have gone to Luoyang. Where did the... So Sister Sui is a new one? So we have 4 girls? Okay. Chonghua chattered on about what happened during the journey. At first she sat upright, her whole body tense. But then she continued, she began swinging her legs, appearing much more relaxed and natural. She mentioned Sister Sui many times as well as Master Liang. In her description, Sister Sui was a very clever little girl with wisdom far beyond her years. That man called Master Liang was a Takajan figure with formidable martial arts skill, like a chivalrous hero of old. She was very fond of both Master Liang and Sister Sui.
对了，还没问，你叫什么名字呀？
By the way, I haven't asked. What's your name? After talking for a long while, Chonghua suddenly asked my name.
方之佑，
Fang Jiao.
知佑
Jiao?
是哪2个字？
Which characters are those?
我写给你看。
I'll write it for you. I took a teapot, poured some water onto the table, dipped my finger in it, and traced my name for Chonghua to see. Splash, splash. My fingertip dripped in water, leaving faint trails on the table. I wrote the first 2 characters quite small, but the final character you had so many strokes, I had to write it larger. That's so okay. No, but this is like realistic children behavior. This is really cute.
你的名字真少见，特别是这个佑，爹娘为何要给你这么取名呀
？Your name are so rare, is so rare, especially this you. This you? I don't know. Why did your father and mother choose such a name for you? Chonghua studied the name I'd written and asked curiously.
爹说过，佑意为宽也。他给我取这个名字，是想提醒我要多宽容待人。正所谓做人留一线。
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Father said, "Yo" means to forgive. He gave me this name to remind me to be forgiving towards others. As the saying goes, leave room for reconciliation, as you'll meet again someday. This is really cute. You know, this reminds me of different stories I had about names that I had heard from idols, like Kuramochi Asuka's name Asuka has exactly 21 strokes, which is like the number of her dad's favorite baseball player on his shirt. Which is okay. Then Mutotomo is yeah, that one's 下から読んでも上から読んでも同じMutotomo. It's like Mutotomo is whether you read from above or from below, it's spelled the same. It's a palindrome. And then I have no idea what her brother is called, but I dread to know. But Muto Orin, the younger sister, who also became an idol, she was called Orin for Orinpiksu because she was born during the Summer Olympics. Some people need to have their naming rights revoked. I mean, other people are normal too, but like, those 2 stories just stand out to me. There's also a girl with a Kirakira name in HKT, Murakawa Vivian. I think it's Murakawa Vivian, let me check. Anyway, I know that her name is Vivian. Did I get her? Yes! Is she still part? No, she graduated. Oh, but she's in a new idol group after she graduated. Yeah, but she has like a Kira name. And she's like one of those names that are like a little bit extra. After just a few words, I thought of father again. My eyes ran and my voice grew thick. When I first heard of father and mother's passing, I didn't feel this sorrowful. But now, recalling father's words and knowing I'll never see him again, my nose stung and tears threatened to fall.
只有
Chu, you're... Changhua noticed my distress and froze.
我爹不在了，你还能见到你爹爹，我却怎么都见不到了。
My father's gone. You still have yours, but I'll never see mine again. I wiped my tears, fighting not to cry, but the sobs broke through anyway.
我不想见婆婆，我不想去扬州，他们逼着我，非得让我去扬州。我不想见，我要离开这里。
Where will you go, little boy? I don't want to see Uncle. I don't want to go to Yangzhou. They're forcing me to go. I don't want. I want to leave. I'll run away. I burst into tears, kicking and wailing, the commotion growing louder. Just then, wee ay ay ay, the sound of a teacup shattering echoed. At the counter, the bamboo-hatted boy suddenly leapt up. He sank his teeth into the yellow-robed crones guarding him and bolted. What? He did what? Hello, are we back to Sukuna? He sank his teeth into the yellow-robed crone guarding him and bolted. So he beat her and bolted? Okay, let's see how it goes.
哎呀，这死崽子敢咬老娘！你们快拦住他！拦住他！
I mean, it was obvious that it's a girl. Guys, I still think it's a translation issue. Ah, this damn brat bit me! Stop her! Catch her! Huh? I froze as the boy suddenly rushed towards me. He ran up and seized my hand. Snap. Wait, is the boy our girl? His hand clasped mine tightly, palm to palm, fingers intertwined. His hand was soft, warm yet faintly cool. Yes, this is definitely, no. This is very, no. This is, yes. This is definitely it. A peculiar chill made his body seem unusual, and naturally colder than most. Simultaneously, as he grabbed me, his bamboo hat flew off, revealing his face. It's gotta be her. Yeah, it is her! So she is 11. She. Oh damn, he really looks like a young master here. That's adorable. She wasn't a boy. She was a little girl. This little girl had beauty no less striking than Chonghua's, just as delicate and lovely. But unlike Chonghua, her eyes held none of a girl's gentleness. Instead, they burnt with the boldness of a boy. Hey, don't you want to run? She yelled right into my ear. Run? I froze. Yeah.
可是
But I... Go, now!
等等，
Wait! Before I could finish, she seized my hand and dragged me past the threshold, out of the inn and straight into the unknown beyond. She gazed steadfastly ahead, her eyes fixed unwaveringly on the road before her. I wasn't watching the path, but staring transfixed at her instead. As I ran, I kept watching her silhouette, charging forward ahead of me. No matter how many years pass, I'll always remember her exactly as she was in this moment. Her eyes burned brightly with unshakable resolve. The wind roared past our ears on both sides, the ribbons in her hair streaming like the wild goose wings. Without a backward glance, she dragged me forward with desperate strength, as if determined to flee with me to the ends of the earth. Damn. Okay, we got to chapter 3 then. A cold drizzle fell from the sky. Raindrops trickled intermittently from the eaves, and a few landing on my shoulders with an icy touch. I stood frozen in the right chamber, staring at the girl inside the wine vat. She had her knees curled up deep within the narrow wine vat. She lifted her head. Her round eyes wide with curiosity she gazed at me. Those eyes were pure and unclouded, without a trace of murkiness. I stood rooted to the spot, too shocked to utter a single word. Her appearance was an exact replica of how I remembered Sun Lianyang at 11 years old, identical down to this last detail. But how could this be possible? Didn't Sun Lianyang die long ago? Even if she hadn't died, shouldn't she have grown up by now? But she... Okay, this is like a little bit of a logic issue, but we met her as an adult, right? Though my beast's affliction has made me forget much about her. But I must have seen her grown-up self before, and I know for certain she's dead. Where on earth did this childlike version of her come from? Why? Did she have any children? Who on earth is she? A chill shot up from the soles of my feet to my spine. My palms instantly slipped with cold sweat as I involuntarily took a step back. Could it be? Is this little girl before me Su Lianyang's daughter? Yeah, look, the logical conclusion! No, the girl looks barely around 10 years old. Su Lianyang was only 14 and a decade ago. Yeah, okay, makes sense. The likelihood of her having a child is practically zero. And even if this girl were truly her daughter, how could she look exactly like her? I mean, yeah, that's valid. I feel like a lot of times people overestimate how much children can be like carbon copies of their parents. I feel like partially Harry Potter is kind of to blame because you have this entire, oh, he looked like just like his father. But the thing is, for me, I don't look like a mix of my parents, but in a lot of features, I take after my dad. Like, I have the longer face shape, but then I have my mom's eyes, and the part where my eyes are like the level, like the nose, the eyebrows thing, and also like the head shape when it goes from here is closer to my mom's. But like below my eyes, it's a lot like my dad's family, my dad. So to me, reading that stuff in Harry Potter always low-key annoyed me. Oh, and she looked just like her mother, and then looked just like his father, and everyone looked just exactly like that part of the family that happened to have the same gender. I'm like, to realize a little bit more to it, right? What child in this world resembles only their mother, bearing not a single trace of their father? I mean, technically it is possible, but like the likelihood of everyone being like that is zero. As I stared at her, I lost in wild thoughts. She suddenly whispered my name. The voice was faint and frail, as if not spoken but breathed directly from her lips.
你怎么知道我的名字？
How do you know my name? I couldn't help but press my voice trembling faintly.
一见到你，就觉得你是叫这个。
This is cute. The moment I saw you, I knew this was your name.
那，你叫什么名字？
Then what's your name?
小燕儿。
Little Swan Goose. Little Yan. Oh, this is interesting. What's a Swan Goose? What's a Swan Goose? Oh, I see. I'll post on the server what this thing is. I posted. In a second, I'm gonna post it here on video games. Swan Goose. Okay, now I suddenly understand. I like the characters comprising her name. Yeah, but there's one more thing. About this. See, the game is called The Weeping Swan, and if you look at the title of the file of the game, it's the Lamenting Geese.exe. So now we know why the title says The Weeping Swan, but the game is when you see the window it says the Lamenting Geese, though it's like it's more like Lamenting Geese. Let me see. Let me take a screenshot of this. Also put it on the server. So now we know why there's the duality of the birds. A fusion of swan and goose body. No, it's a type of bird. It's a goose. It's a goose. It's a Chinese goose, and they're called swan goose, swan geese. It's a thing. It's a bird. Yeah. But I guess the translator couldn't just like. Do you want to call the game the Weeping Swan Goose? that's gonna confuse the players, right? So, like the English-speaking ones, at least. Okay, let me open this game in Steam. The Weeping Swan Steam. Like, what's the Chinese title of the game? Let's go. So, like, I want to see is there like a Chinese title of the game somewhere, anywhere. So I want to know if it's like I want to know if there's like a different meme. Oh, there's somebody posted in the discussion something in Chinese. Let's see if they mention the title. Let's see. So. No, they don't mention it. But they complain about the story. Kandri Raider! They complain about the second half of the story. Oh, it's no, okay. I think I found the title. I'm trying to copy it to translate it. Google Translate, help me. Oh, this is really interesting. There is no geese in the Chinese title, nor are there any swans. It's literally lament 10 days after Siege's fall. There is no swan geese or geese swans. There's only lament. It's suffering. But I guess they wanted to I guess they needed to. I guess they wanted like a more beautiful sounding title. I guess it's so confusing. Shell, on my Twitch tab, you are blue, but on my OBS, you are green. I'm blue, da booty da booty da booty da booty da booty da booty. I press my lips together, my brows furrowing deeply. Little Yan. That's right. When Sulin Yan was young, she wasn't actually called Sulin Yan. Only when she mentioned it did I remember. Her original name was Yan. The name Sulin Yan was one she adopted only after living in Yangzhou for several years. As for why she changed it back then, or what exactly was said, I can no longer recall clearly. I'm blue. That day is my attack. The moment I laid my eyes on that little girl, a memory of Sulin suddenly crashed into my mind. 15 years ago, in that inn at Saltpond, she abruptly stood up, seized my hand, and dragged me out. What happened after that? Damn it, this cursed piece of fiction again. My memory is a jumbled mess. Like a torn canvas, I can't piece together what happened next. Forget it. Putting the past out of mind, I turned my gaze back to the little girl before me.
喂，你刚才说觉得冷吧？
Hey, you said it felt cold earlier, right? The first thing she said when I found her was, "It's so cold." She nodded obediently.
酒缸里太冷了，你先出来吧。
It's too cold in the vine bed. Come out first. Okay. She nodded neatly, her tiny hand scraping the edge of the vine bed as she clumsily wobbled her way out. I mean, she was hiding from the monsters, so I studied her carefully. The girl slipped from the vine bed, her bare toes brushing the ground without a sound like a shrinking snow. The vine's bottom, though long emptied, still clung with damp traces of liquor, sour and sticky. Yet her garments, sleeves, and hem alike were spotless, unsullied even by a droplet. Strange, most strange indeed. Wait, why hadn't I considered another possibility? Could it be she wasn't just some little girl who resembles Sulian? She's actually Sulian's soul. Whoosh! The thought barely formed before I acted, reaching out to touch Yang's head directly. This was undeniably the touch of a child's head. My strands of hand lay neatly arranged soft as satin, carrying the faint warmth unique to children. The fuck is a unique warmth? What? Is that? Huh? Okay. She's visible, tangible. Even her warmth is real. She's real.
你干嘛摸我呀？别摸了，别摸了，头发要乱了。
Huh? Why are you touching me? Stop! Stop it, stop! You'll mess up my hair! I crouched down again and pinched her cheek. This was the face of a child, delicate as a freshly peeled sheet. So tender it might bruise at the touch. Dude, what the hell are you doing? Don't touch my face! No pinching! She protested it again, her small hand slapping the back of mine with a sharp smack. Then she stepped back. Her little face flushed and popped with anger, glaring straight at me. Just moments ago, she had seemed timid, fearful, and pure. Now, the sheer complexity of emotions flashing across her face convinced me she wasn't a ghost, but a real living little girl.
你还真是小女王，不是鬼。
So you really are just a little girl, not a ghost.
我本来就不是鬼，是活生生的人。只有是大坏蛋，长了手就会摸脑瓜和脸蛋。
I was never a ghost. I'm a living, breathing person. Gio is a big meanie. Always patting heads and pinching cheeks. She pouted indignantly, grumbling under her breath. That's oddly rhythmic.
是真的，竟然是真的。
It's true. It's really true. Her vivid expressiveness drew an involuntary laugh from me. I laughed until my sides ached, as if I hadn't felt such joy in years. She's real. This child is solid, real, undeniably, unquestionably alive. She bore such an uncanny resemblance to the young Tomonyans, even sharing the exact same name. Yet I briefly wondered if she was a ghostly apparition. I think she was real all along. Her demeanor now is just like that of an ordinary little girl. The Lyria I remembered, though she looked identical as a child, was never this sort of person. She was precautious, sharp-witted, and resolute in action. In my memories, I never once saw her throw a tantrum, let alone grow angry over me ruffling her hair or pinching her cheeks. In my memory, she had always been a reliable elder sister figure, since childhood. Now, seeing her appear before me in such a childish manner, the stark dissonance filled me with an overwhelming sense of unreality. But this isn't bad. As long as she's here, that's enough. As my thoughts wandered, a heavy knocking suddenly pounded against the courtyard's gate. 3 strikes in total. The rhythm betrayed the importance and urgency of the person outside. Who's there? The neighbor? Well, I've rarely interacted with my neighbors. It might be the army. The knocking grew increasingly frantic. The urgency in the sound was as if it were hastening death itself. Hastening death? Could it be the one knocking is the demon soldier who just breached the city gates?
不好，妖怪找上门了。
Oh no, the demon has come knocking.
妖怪，
The demon?
对
Yes.
妖怪
The
有人搜
demon's
刮
here
钱财了。
to loot
你快去藏
our
好，
vehicles.
躲回那个
Quick,
酒缸里去。
hide. Go back into the vine bag.
可是那个酒缸好冷，好冰。
Girl, but there's a demon outside! That vine bag is so cold, so icy.
那就躲到我床底下，
I'm hiding under my bed.
你的床在哪？
Where's your
左
bed?
边的屋子，快！
The left chamber, quick. Knocking echoed like a funeral drum, rattling my nerves. I barely hesitated before shoving Yan towards hiding. Now that I think of it, I never asked her how she found this place or how she slipped inside. No matter. Survival first, questions later. Another crash, louder. The visitors' patience frayed. Their body now slamming against the door. Yeah, it's definitely soldiers. Let me save. Because I don't know if we're allowed to open the door and if we'll just die.
来了，来了！
Okay, he is going. Coming! After confirming Yan had retreated into the shadows beneath the bed, I forced composure, answering loudly while quickening my steps toward the couch. Oh, it is already a demon. Dang. I was kind of hoping it's not. Hi, Flavia! Welcome! Make yourself comfortable. We're having a relaxing depresso espresso game. It's a Chinese visual novel called The Weeping Swan, 10 Days of the City's Fall. It's coming out, I think, next month, if I'm not mistaken, the actual thing, but we're playing the demo. I don't think I have the patience to play a full visual novel on stream, but I've been good with demo versions. A demon soldier stood outside. With armored boar demon. It was a boar demon. Gee, commonly known as a wild boar. The boar demon's face was covered in coarse black bristles, its mouth bristling with jagged white tusks, its eyes burned with a fierce, murky glare, and low guttural growls rumbled from its throat, clearly incapable of human speech. Clad in blue armor and an iron helmet upon his head and a blade dagger at his side, he stood as tall as I. With his hulking frame and pungent reek of blood and sweat radiating from him, bore down on me with crushing intensity. Money! The boar demon thrust out its hand, growling a single malformed word, its pronunciation clumsy, as if freshly mastered. Money? So the demon soldiers who stormed the city have begun their door-to-door pillaging. What they demand rather than seize outright suggests things may not be as grim as I first imagined. Though I've wandered unwittingly into this lion-camel kingdom, these demon soldiers seem to abide by some twisted code. Camilla stood at the doorway, hand outstretched for money, unlike bandits who would storm in to burn, loot, and kill. Nor like the rumored demons that devoured people. Thank goodness.
冰月，你想要多少？
How much do you have, bro? My lord, how much do you want? He didn't answer, only glared at me with growling impatience. His fangs bared even more menacingly.
好，好，既然您不说，我小的便看着给您拿。
Right. Since you insist, this humble one will fetch what I can offer. Hearing his rage, I stammered those words, whether he understood or not, before bowing hastily and darting towards the left chamber to fetch the money. I rummaged through the left chamber, searching and tallying the possessions I had on hand. Years of idly draining my savings had left me far less prosperous than before. Now, all that remained at the bottom of my chest were 36 taels of silver, along with jewelry worth barely 10 taels more. Those were old books in a cart that might fetch nearly 100 taels, but the demon soldiers couldn't read a word. To them, these books were worthless. Very well. Now I had to open the chest and retrieve the money. Giving too much at once was unwise. I was thinking about that. Like, that's why I was thinking. Like, don't tell him how much he wants. Just give him some, and if he's displeased, you can see if you can figure something out. Not only would it sting, but it also flaunt wealth and into life. Yet giving too little might provoke his rage, driving him to seize the money by force, or worse. So how much should I give? Oh man. Anaras! 4 hacking years of hacking. Hackety hack. Thundering, hope you're doing well. Guys, how much should we give? Kondryu Naras. We also have given a little bit too much to that one beggar before. Very unwise of me. To tell the truth, I don't know. Hey dude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Yeah, I don't know. Let's take the middle option. I feel like if we have 42 of them, then giving 10 might be fine. But if we're supposed to stretch it over 3 days, then giving... You know what? I just saved... Let's try 3. 3 taels. Let's give 3 taels of silver. This amount is neither too little nor too much. 10 taels is excessive. It hurt too much to part with. Besides, I shouldn't reveal my wealth so soon. The boar demon arrived first. Later, other demon soldiers may come demanding tribute. If we yield too much now, how shall we manage in the days ahead? Yet offering merely 1 tael would surely be too paltry, hardly enough to placate these rapacious demon soldiers, who might only incense them further. Scholar One once said, the garrison troops extorted 1,000 coins just yesterday. These demon soldiers who seized the city would demand far more than mere guards. A single tael would never satisfy their hunger. Norwood probably only 3, but hey, what do I know? 3 tails. Omitting some that excessive no lacking. Having made up my mind, I hastily dragged the chest from under the bed, frantically rummaging through it to find 3 tails of silver. Throughout this, Jan remained hidden in the shadows beneath the bed, her wide round eyes fixed on me. I had no time to acknowledge her. My heart was pounding violently in my chest. I feared that if I moved too slowly, the boar demon outside would lose patience, burst in, and plunder all my savings.
钱来了，钱来了！冰眼，
The money is here, my lord! Flashing the 3 tails of silver, I rushed to the courtyard gate and thrust them into the boar demon's outstretched palm. I exhaled sharply, the back of my shirt damp with cold sweat. Only when his figure completely disappeared did I hurriedly shut the courtyard gate, bolted tight, and leaned against the door to catch my breath. This boar demon, though fearsome in appearance, wasn't entirely unreasonable. He came demanding money, yet followed the rules, waiting outside the gate, taking the silver and leaving without fuss. Perhaps. Could the situation truly be less dire than I feared? These creatures only seek wealth, not lives. I don't know, we'll find it out.
谁呀？小鬼走了吗？
Chia, are the demons gone? The moment I bolted the door, Jan emerged from beneath the bed, her delicate face shadowed with unease.
走了。
Yeah, they're gone.
他们来做什么？
What did they want? What did they come for?
要银子。
Silver.
银子？银子是做什么用的？
Silver? What is silver?
银子本身不能吃喝，但它能换来你想要的东西。特别是在这兵荒马乱的年头，有银子傍身，活下去的机会才大些。
Silver itself cannot be eaten or drunk, but it can be bartered for necessities, especially in these turbulent times. Silver is your lifeline, your best chance to survive. I explained calmly, yet a flicker of doubt crossed my mind. This little girl, she doesn't even know what silver is? Even her from my childhood memories shouldn't be this oblivious.
你是怎么找到我家来的？
How did you find my house? I couldn't help but press further, eager to learn more about her.
我走着走着，就走到这里了。
I just walked and ended up here. She's no
从哪儿
ordinary
走过
girl.
来的？
From where?
我有点记不清了。
I wonder what's up with that. I feel like this also involves some type of mythology that I'm not familiar with. I'm really excited for this, though. I can't quite remember.
不可能，你来之前总该有个待的地方吧？
Impossible. Before coming here, you must have been somewhere else.
真的忘了。
I already forgot.
那你闭上眼睛，仔细想想，来我这儿之前，你在哪里？
Then close your eyes and think carefully. Where were you before coming here?
有河。河边
Oh
有杨
hell!
柳树
That sounds like.
还
You
有
know what that
一
sounds
座
like?
桥。
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like she came from the world of the dead. There's a river with willow trees by the bank and a bridge. You know how I don't know enough about Chinese culture, but you know this thing of when you cross like a river or something, you crossing a threshold into the world of the dead, or rather the world of the spirits. Yeah, sounds about right. And willow trees, depending on the culture, are also like attributed to like funerals and things like that, or like ghosts. Again, I don't know. I'm only vaguely familiar with this aspect from the from my research, from my fanfic. But let's see if this culturally overlaps. She really closed her eyes. Her small face crunching up as she strained to remember.
什么样的桥？
What kind of bridge?
白色的，趴在湖面上的桥，弯弯的。
Oh, so
像
there's
孤
also
独的
lake.
老先生。
A white one, lying across the lake, curved like an old man's arcing his back.
白色的，湖上的拱桥，24桥。
A wide arc bridge over the lake. The 24 bridges. Oh, this is okay. What are the 24 bridges? I froze for a moment, murmuring the name under my breath. What are the 24 bridges? Don't make me Google. 24 bridges. Ito. Oh, it is a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. Wait, so, nestled within the serene embrace of Yangzhou's iconic slender West Lake, the 24 Bridges site stands as a captivating testament to China's rich interplay of history, literary romance, and classical garden artistry. It's a real place! It's not even mythology! Holy heck! Okay. Hills lie veiled in mist, the water stretched afar. The autumn wanes, yet Jiangnang's grass stays unwithered. It's a poem. On the 24 bridges beneath the moonlit night, where is she now, the jade-like maiden who once taught the flute? I bet this rhymes in Chinese. This poem by Daimyo of the Tang Dynasty, Tong Hangchua, magistrate of Yangzhou, made the 24 bridges famous across the land. I assume this is real facts. It is a renowned bridge of Yangzhou, and even more so, a jewel of Jiangnan. From ancient times to the present, the 24 bridges have lingered in the verses of countless literati. Yet to this day, opinions remain divided on what exactly the 24 bridges signify. Some say the 24 bridges refer to 24 distinct bridges within Yangzhou, of which only a dozen or so remain today. Some say the 24 bridges refer to a single bridge, most likely the white stone arch bridge near the little Shanghai River. I suppose what little Yang mentioned was most likely that very white stone arch bridge. It has been 3 years since I last set foot on there. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and confess. I legit did not think that the provinces mentioned in this story were real places. But apparently they are. I just legit thought this is maybe like a fantasy, slightly like modified names for the sake of wishy-washy anything, like wash away the historical accuracy by coming up with fictional locations, you know, like how in Pride and Prejudice, some of the locations are that aren't like Thoth or something, they're fictional, they don't really exist. The southern district along the little Shanghai River in Guangling's famed quarter of pleasure and revelry. 4 years ago, I often lingered in its flower streets and taverns, frequently seeking out Su Lingyang. But ever since she drowned herself in the river and I contracted this beast's affliction, I've avoided that place entirely. Perhaps because it's where her spirit lingers. Whenever I pass by, my beast's affliction grows worse, driving me to flee. Just as my thoughts drifted towards the 24 bridges, the piercing sound of knocking erupted once more. Here we go again. It really never ends. The poor demon who came earlier demanding money was the first, but certainly not the last. And now the demon's coming. Hide now. Conrings, hope you're doing well. Conry. How's your day? Hope your day's doing well. We're realizing that this game talks about real life locations. I hissed a warning to little Yan under my breath, then hurried out of the left chamber towards the courtyard. When I was mere steps away, the gate burst open with a violent crash. After dealing with the first poor demon, I'd forgotten to latch the gate. At this moment, the demon soldier waiting outside had clearly lost all patience. He actually kicked the door down. Ouya! White armored leopard demon. A leopard demon clad in white armor trimmed with crimson stood blocking the doorway. A long blade gripped in his hand. His face was etched with dark brown stripes, his pitch-black eyes glinting with menace. Sharp fangs protruded from his snarling lips, his chest heaving with racked breast. With a cold snort, his callous palm thrust directly towards me. Demanding money again. Still no human speech, still no specified amount. This time, how much should I give? Surely it must be more than last time.
不杀，你给3两银子吧。我知道你家不算阔，跟这些兵营们说过了，给3两银子便好。
Bro, you're sus! It's that really sussy guy, right? The one that was suddenly selling rich men's clothes, exchanging them for poor men's clothes? Yeah, bro's sus as fuck, but I don't know, maybe we should trust this guy. Scholar, give 3 taels of silver. I know your family isn't wealthy, so I've spoken with these lords. 3 taels will suffice. Just as I was struggling, a familiar yet aged voice came from behind the leopard demon. Old Man Lin slipped out from beside the leopard demon's healthy frame. His face busted with an ingratiating smile. He first bowed and nodded obsequiously to the leopard demon, then turned to me and calmly stated the amount. Old Man Lin, he was actually following the demon soldiers, helping them extort money. I remember seeing him at the marketplace just 2 hours before the city fell. At the time, he was trading old clothes from the wealthy for refugees' belongings, even taking a few coins from him. So that's how it was. Now it all makes sense. Some wealthy folks must have anticipated the demon soldiers plundering after the city's fall, so they hired Old Man Link to procure captive refugee garments, allowing them to disguise themselves as beggars to evade the trouble. I was right! Clever. What a shrewd preemptive move. Now, those prepared to reach have transformed into paupers, while Old Man Lin has become a lackey for the demon soldiers, leading them door to door extorting households. This Old Man Lin, his actions are truly despicable. Even in desperate times, how could he stoop to being a self-certain, being dignityless traitor to humanity? Into jails.
好，我这就去拿3两银子。
Alright, I'll go fetch 3 taels of silver. Though I scorned Old Man Lin inwardly, I had no choice but to trust his advice and obediently fetched 3 taels of silver. I turned back to the house, hastily retrieved 3 taels of silver from the chest and handed them to the leopard demon at the gate. The leopard demon took the silver, weighted it, and let out a satisfied growl from his throat. He muttered a few curses under his breath before finally turning away. I had just sighed in relief and was about to shut the door again when Old Man Lin suddenly reached out to block it.
哎，树上等等，你也给我1两银子吧。
Scholar, wait. Give me 1 tael of silver too. His face hardened as he thrust out his hand, demanding payment. My heart sank. Old Man Lin, surely insatiable. Even now, he still tries to bring money out of me. So, should I give it to him? Oh. Guys, should we give him money or not? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if we give him money, he will keep on milking us. But if we refuse to pay... if we refuse to pay, he might bring trouble upon us. So, for right now, I guess let's pay. Never mind. It's just 1 tael of silver. Better to steer clear of trouble. With the city fallen, Old Man Lin now serves as lackey for the demon soldiers. Rather than provoke him losing a small sum as visor, consider it buying goodwill to prevent further sabotage.
行，你稍等，我去给你拿。
Alright, wait a moment. I'll fetch it for you. I replied flatly and turned back into the room.
又来拿银子啊？
Here for silver again? Lilian peeked out from under the bed, lifting her head as she asked me.
嘘，别出声，也别露头。
Shh, don't make a sound. Don't show yourself. I hastily whispered to her, snatched up 1 tael of silver, and hurried towards the door.
你要的1两银子拿来了。
Here's the 1 tael of silver you asked for. I handed the 1 tael of silver to Old Man Lin.
谢了。
Thanks. Old Man Lin nodded slightly, his expression unchanged as he reached out to take the silver. The moment his rough fingers grazed my palm, only then did I realize he wasn't merely here for the money. In the fleeting moment our hands brushed, he stealthily and swiftly slipped a crumpled paper ball into my palm. Ooh. I jerked my head up in shock, meeting his clouded with cunning eyes, staring back at me with a gaze heavy with unspoken significance. It's when I saw it. Just beyond him, near the alley's mouth, an eagle demon in red armor, a waist dagger at its hip, standing motionless as a statue, its razor sharp alien eyes fixed and blinking on us. Old Man Lin pocketed the silver and left. I immediately shut the courtyard gate, bolted the door, and leaned against it as I unfolded the note Old Man Lin had secretly slipped to me. The note bore 8 hastily scratched yet glaringly stark words. Dwellers in East District will not live long. This is Old Man Lin's warning? I paid 1 tael of silver for this message, risking his life to deliver under the watchful eyes of the demon soldiers? The residents of East District are in mortal danger. Judging by the frequency and scale of these raids, Old Man Lin's meaning couldn't be clearer. Demon soldiers will return to East District's wealthy households repeatedly, draining every last drop of wealth before silencing them for good. He's warning me. Faster, run! Curse this beast's affliction. It's stolen so many of my memories. I can't recall my exact relationship with Old Man Lin, nor whether he's trustworthy. And this note, should I believe it? A gnawing unease breathed uncontrollably in my chest. After Old Man Lin left, I paced restlessly around the cramped courtyard, my footsteps echoing sharply through the silence. No good. My courtyard sits in such a wretched spot. Escaping won't be easy. The courtyard gate isn't a thoroughfare, and back and left walls pressed against neighboring houses. Though a small window on the right offers a glimpse of the distant street, squeezing through it would be nearly impossible. The only way out is through the main gate. But I saw it clearly when I opened the door earlier. A dozen places beyond the courtyard's gate, at the alley's mouth, stood an evil demon clad in red armor, the waist dagger at his side. His piercing gaze was fixed on the crossroads, like a spike. Is he still there now? If he is, how can I slip away? Gia, can I come out now? Just as my thoughts were in turmoil, little Yang's timid voice drifted from the left chamber. I only realized it just then. After I sent off Old Man Lin and the leopard demon, I never let her know. So she had been obediently hiding under the bed the entire time, never emerging.
时间早走了，你可以出来了。
Okay, I'm gone. You can come out now. Though my mind wasn't in disarray, I forced my voice to sound calm as I replied to her. At my words, she crawled out from under the bed and drew near to me. But right now, I have no time to spare for her. My man! Yeah, your man. You know, guys, I feel like I should grab a cat. Because this game doesn't require much, and I can just grab a cat. Let me quickly go grab a cat. Let me go find a cat. Where is the cat? Not here. Oh. You guys won't believe where they were. You guys won't believe where they were. Stay calm as chat gets yoinked. Yes, they were lying on my bed. They were already warming it up for me. Like really, Marilyn was like full on sprawled across the bed, belly up, and Arthur's was lying more like a normal cat. On his belly, not on his back, but also just there. Cat got yoinked. Yeah, they do like to do that. Alright, let's continue reading. Okay, now I have no time to spare for her. I'd better think of a way to escape quickly. Not just for my sake, but for little Jans as well. I have no desire to court death. If I were to die suddenly one day, I wouldn't count it as a regret. Yet here beside me now is a girl who looks eerily like the Tomonian I knew as a child. Yeah, so this girl appeared so that he doesn't do the suicide. So he actually needs to continue living. If she were caught by the demon soldiers because of me, and came to harm, it will haunt me more than my own death. She's the only one who's given me a reason to fight for survival. That's her purpose. Honestly, not gonna lie, with the bridges I initially thought maybe it's like an underworld metaphor, but I guess I returned to the right chamber once more, climbing onto the pile of debris on all fours, pressing close to the small window, holding my breath as I strained to peer down.
Gia, 你在看什么？
Gia, what are you looking at?
看街上的动静，看能不能瞧出点门道。
Watching the street, seeing if I can spot anything unusual.
有发现什么吗？
Found anything? I didn't answer her, holding my breath as I kept watching. Outside the window lay one of the main thoroughfares in the eastern part of the city. The doors and windows along the street were tightly shut, lifeless as a tomb. Every few dozen paces, a demon soldier stood sentry, like a nail driven into the ground. Compared to before, there were far fewer demon soldiers in blue armor or white armor now. Most were red armored soldiers or unarmored friends. The boar demons and leopard demons had dwindled, replaced by more wolf demons, eagle demons, and even hulking bear demons clad in tattered leather armor. Demons pounded on every door with fists and sword hilts, shouting and bullying the homeowners into handing over their money. Most homeowners opened their doors, trembling, borrowing obsequiously as they surrendered their valuables. Of course, I also saw one household that seemed genuinely unable to pay. When a bear demon came to their door, the family first left or fleed before collapsing to their knees. Now trying frantically, the demon soldiers threw a gleaming blade from its sheath, roaring threats at them. Then, the family's terrified wails grew even louder. Finally, the man of the household shakily removed the bracelet from the woman beside him and handed it over with trembling hands. The bear demon snatched the bracelet, kicked the man viciously, spat a thick glob of phlegm, and stormed off with a string of curses. So savage, the bear demon never truly took a life. So, could Old Man Nick's note of warning of will not live long simply be alarmist? Ah! Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream tore through the stifling air. The sound came from neither too far nor too near, somewhere just a few alleyways away, but undoubtedly within his district. It was a man's voice, brimming with sheer agony and terror. After the scream came intermittent, stifled sobs of a woman, followed by the demon soldiers' raw shouts and curses.
谁呀？你听到了吗？
Did you hear that?
听到了，
I heard it.
有人惨
Someone
叫，
screamed. Then there were
后来还
cries
有
and
哭声和
yelling.
骂声。
是怎么了？
What's wrong?
我不知道。
I don't know. I lowered my head, my face darkening, my palms instantly drenched in cold sweat, a chill creeping down my spine. I cheeked. Feels uncomfortable. Though I told little Jan I don't know, deep down I had already pieced together most of the truth. That scream, it was unmistakably the desperate wail of someone struck by a blade. Flesh leaped apart. As the demon soldiers conducted wave after wave of plundering, there were always households squeezed dry, unable to produce even a single coin. And when that moment came, those demon soldiers denied their spoils, would finally snap, furious, desperate, and the killing would begin. Some local traders, seeking self-preservation or rewards, betrayed the wealthy families of East District, serving as guides for the demon soldiers. They must have told the demon soldiers the eastern part of the city is teeming with fat sheep, ripe with wealth. That's why these demon soldiers, like flies drawn to blood, return again and again to loot the place. Once they've scoured the land clean and wrung it dry, the slaughter will begin. A month ago, I heard Li Chuang often use this very method after storming a city. They spared the poor and commoners to win their favor, then coerced the city's desperate into acting as informants, marking which homes hold riches. Damn. Once they vacated the wealthy households, they would seize them and subject them to brutal torture, forcing them to surrender all hidden money and grain. In the end, even if a wealthy household were to lose everything and hand over their money and grain, they still couldn't escape death. These demon soldiers before me had clearly adopted Li Chuang's methods. They intended to drain the wealthy households of this district dry before slaughtering them all. This is bad. Though I'm the most destitute household in East District, with my family's decline known to all, I still live here. I'd still be mistaken for a wealthy man. If I stay any longer, sooner or later I'll end up like the other wealthy households, repeatedly plundered through the demon soldiers until nothing remains. By then, not only would I die, but with the place ransacked, even little Yan wouldn't be safe. I must escape. Escape now! In panic, I slid down the pile of clutter, stumbled towards the left chamber, and began frantically packing. I had to take all valuables I could carry. But the only exit was the courtyard gate, and the eagle demon stood guard not far beyond it. They remained dozens of steps away from my gate. If I could just dash out of the courtyard and turn right without hesitation, I could vanish into the maze of narrow alleyways nearby and lose him. Quick, check the silver. Run outside, turn right. Just bolt through the door. Sprint across the street at full speed. Clear that alleyway. No escape this cursed district. As As I barged into the left chamber, fumbling to pry open the chest and grab the silver, the relentless knocking struck again, more frenzied, more savage than ever. She knew someone's here. Little Yan peeked out from under the bed, her voice quivering. Oh, she already returned to under the bed. Okay, with terror.
知道了。
I know. I know it gravely, my heart pounding so violently it threatened to leap from my throat. My hands never stopped moving, rummaging frantically until I seized the heavy 10 taels of silver and stuffed them haphazardly into my robe. As I shoved the silver away, a thought flashed in my mind, like lightning. No hiding little Yan under the bed in the left chamber is still dangerous. The silver chest is in the left chamber. If the demon soldier search the house, they'll spot the bed immediately. Little Yan would be exposed. She must remain hidden in the right chamber, the chamber's corner, inside the dust-covered vine net. Only there, where no ordinary person would ever look, lay the best hiding spot in the courtyard. You, get back into the vine net this time. I hastily tucked the last of the silver into my robe and bolted for the courtyard gate, barking orders at Little Yan. The vine net's cold and damp. There's one thing that I'm wondering. Shouldn't he try taking her with him? Because if she stays here and the soldiers come by and he's not here, they'll just, you know, could find her and kill her. Because she's just a little girl. She hesitated, her small face itched with her reluctance as she stared at me.
命都要没了，还管什么冷热？快！
We'll be dead if we hesitate. Forget the cold. Move. My expression was rigid. My voice sharper than ever. She needed to grasp the severity of this. Fine. Just as by my harsh words, she braced her lips. It hurt silence, crawling out from beneath the bed with sluggish reluctance before shuffling towards the frigid wine bed. She bore no resemblance whatsoever to the resolute Sister Yan of my memories. Rather, she mirrored my own hesitant childhood self. Yan, sister? What is happening? Some unconscious part of me still insisted little Yan was older. That she was my elder sister. Then, does that mean silly Yan is older than me as well? Yeah! That's what was in the memory! More frantic and violent banging on the door snapped me out of my thoughts. Whoever outside was clearly seething with rage.
来了，这就来了。
Coming, I'm coming! Whether the demon soldier outside understood or not, I didn't care. I shouted back at the top of my lungs and dashed towards the gate, like the wind. Just as I was about to cross the threshold of the left chamber, something on the bedside table caught the corner of my eye. It was a small razor, its blade no longer than the palm, yet gleaming with a cold, sharp silver light. Oh. This shaving knife, purchased half a year ago, has mostly served for shaving. Yangsha is renowned for 3 blades: the chef's knife, the pedicure knife, and this very shaving knife. Small as it is, the blade is unnervingly sharp. When strong and unsteady, I recall the edge nipping my chin, leaving a faint scar. Tugging it close to my person is practical. I'll take it. I seized the shaving knife, gripping it tight in my fist, and hurried to the door. Thank you for not translating. What does that mean? What does that mean? What do you mean? Let's see. Hello? I heaved open the weighty courtyard gate. A red-armored eagle demon. Outside the door stood an eagle demon clad in red armor. His brows were tightly knit. Thin lips. He has a beak. He wouldn't have lips. Pressing to his stern line beneath the cooked nose. Clearly something from the long week. His towering frame blocked the doorway, casting a shadow that's wonderful. I knew him moments earlier, when the old man Lin arrived with that white armor leopard demon demanding money. This eagle demon had been lurking dozens of paces away. But I guess we do have a bug report for untranslated lines. Honestly, the way there were numbers in there, maybe it's not a bug of untranslated lines. Maybe it's like a comment or like just a bug of stuff that wasn't supposed to make it into the story. Yes, Merlin? She's just sitting in my lap so far. Okay. He was stationed here solely to keep us fat sheep from escaping. His hawk-like gaze raked over me, sharp with appraisal and hunger.
喂，
给银子。
Oh, this one actually talks. Damn. Hey, hand over the silver. Let's pull. Wow, we have a second one. So the thing is, because of the number, see now it's a bigger number. I think it's the I think it's the line number. I think it's the line number. And the bug is not that they are untranslated, and it's that the line numbers somehow made it into the actual dialogue. Number of bugs uncounted. I don't know, so far we haven't had many bugs, but my bug, my little fluffy bug, is about to flee. And I shall release him. There he went. Hey, it's 3-2. Hi, Sarah and company. Hope you're doing well. I think it's the number of the lines. Because that would make sense. We're pretty far, so it's definitely should be well over 100. And the number got bigger from the previous one, which was 510. So, yeah. I think it's line. It's definitely gonna be a heavy topic, a heavy visual novel. It's interesting. There is a lot of stuff, how do I put it, playing it as somebody who doesn't really know much about China, Chinese history, and Chinese mythology. I do feel like I am missing references, which I, from time to time, have to look up. For example, I didn't know that the places referenced here were real-life places. Like, the moment I looked up the 24 bridges, oh, Raiders on the Hydrate Rampage, okay. They are a real place, and then the other locations mentioned seem to be also real places. So I feel like you'd have a better grasp on all the references if you're a bit more familiar with, you know, China, Chinese lore, mythology, all that. But I feel like you can also play it normally, but it's definitely something that's more of a heavier topic. I don't mind heavier topics, but if you want something that's more lighthearted, this might not be it. This is like, and by heavy topics I mean like, this is a different quality of trigger warnings than we were playing Merry Crisis. Merry Crisis is more fun and romance and light, and yes, there's like other topics that are being handled, but this is like war crimes. Dead dog do not eat. Well, this dog is alive, but who knows. Okay, Raider, how many hydrates is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17? I noticed when I played Black Myth Wukong that so much of the story and background story was told to you on the assumption you were already well versed in Chinese mythology and literature. Yeah. Well, if the main target of this game is actually Chinese players, that makes sense. It's just that it's been made accessible to us in English. Because if you look at this game in particular, the demo version is available in simplified Chinese, in the non-simplified Chinese, in Japanese, and in English. In other words, the English is included for the rest of us ignoramuses. Let me... 17 I said? Or 18? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't know if we have a glossaries. There's previous dialogue, there's skip, auto mode, low data, save data, flowchart, and settings. We don't have a glossary here. And flowchart is like whether you manage to unlock something. See, for example, here, I don't know what we picked. I guess you can see it from your choices. And I guess this will be for the entire story. Yeah. So I think the company who makes this game, because this is not their first game, they have other games that also look pretty interesting, but also being more on the dark kind of topic. Maybe not, maybe, I don't know if they're as grim as this one But yeah, I initially started playing this game thinking this would be more like a little bit more fantasy, but this is, as I said, it references like the, you said, Black Myth Wukong, it references the Journey to the West, it references other literature pieces, which I initially assumed to be fictional, but I am now, with the added context, I assume they're not. So far, it's like literature pieces and mostly locations. I mean, if you don't know that they're real locations, it might not mean anything, because there's also like context giving through the dialogue. But I feel like it's gonna be a different experience for somebody who is an English speaker and doesn't know much about Chinese literature and mythology, and somebody who does. Like, for example, when we take the other story that I played, like Road to Empress, yeah, I know like some key points from that because I watched a video on Muzetian, and the story did mention that it's based on her story. So like, yeah, you could pick, but it was also done in a more like, whenever you died, sometimes it was made like really funny, and they made it more with jokes, so it could be like more humorous, and you got there. But this one is, I feel like Road to Empress is in a way more available for consumption than this. But I guess it's also because, hi Ming, hi Conry, because this one is on a heavier topic. I feel like it kind of requires more gravitas. But as I said, I think the main target audience for this visual novel is actually Chinese speakers and Chinese people, basically the Chinese. That's a very big target audience, which is very solidly valid. And then there's the Japanese, who probably are per default more familiar with the mythology than the rest of us peasants. And then the English speakers is, well, we don't want to exclude you guys, so have at it. But yeah, this is probably the darkest visual novel demo I played so far. Like, I played How to Save Villainous, which is hilarious, which I very much recommend. Then Mirage Noir, which was interesting. It had some minor darker tones, but it was overall pretty lighthearted. I heard about that one! Actually, I have friends who are like really love that one, and I probably should also check them. Soren, I have a bottomless pit in my library. A bottomless pit that I eventually need to get through. I picked this one randomly because I really was inspired by Road to Empress, and I wanted to play something similar. And the something similar that was suggested was the kind of sexy ladies dating sim, which I thought, like, that's not what I want. And so after looking and looking, I found this, and so I originally approached this like, oh, maybe it's like a based on Chinese mythology fantasy, but it's yes and no, and also yes, but also apparently no, but yes. Yes, that's unexpected. If this creature can communicate, it might simplify things. Then let's try talking to him.
冰野，您方才也瞧见了，前头已经来过2位冰野讨过银两，小的实在是囊中羞涩，拿不出来呀。
What's Kurisaya? I don't know that one, but I know Nekopara, and I don't think I'll play Nekopara. I'm not doing it. What is that? Don't visual novel, no. Here's the thing, what's that visual novel called, the really fucked up one? Sayanota. I would love to play the censored version. However, I don't think the censored version is currently available. Like, I'm not interested in the 18+ stuff. I am interested in the rest of the fucked up story. It is very good to be just patch out. Yes, this is, like, you can patch them out, it would be so good. Because honestly, I wouldn't mind, but like, I am really not interested in the sexy scenes. Not like skip. It's the same as when I was trying to read that one book series, which turned out to be one of those romance novels, and I was like, skip. Okay, are they done? Like I really don't care about the eroticism of touching fairies' wings. Next. Steins Gate. Oh, I have to watch that one though as an anime. But yeah, as I said, one visual novel I'm really curious about is Sayonota, because I read the general concept of the story. I also obviously spoiled myself for the endings, but I feel like in some cases that's valid. But if I could get that one without the 18+ stuff. Oh, well, we'll probably hold it on as a watch-along, but like the watch-along is also a bottomless pit. So yeah, I don't know if I would even stream Sayonota, because that's a pretty fucked up game. Right, that's trying to continue. I don't know how long this one lasts. My lord, you said yourself earlier to other soldiers already came demanding silver. I'm truly penniless now. The dangerous thing to say. I put on a pitiful face, trying to plead my case.
你一定还有银子，休想诓骗于我！快，给了饶你不死。
But another thing I have to say, I don't understand Chinese, but the voice acting sounds really great in this. Ah, you must still have silver. Don't think you can fool me. Hand it over now, and I'll spare your life. His face darkened with a chilling expression as he continued to demand money from me.
那您有多少啊？
Then how much do you want?
带我进屋，我要亲眼看看你有多少银子。
It's definitely a line number, and also what is his smug-ass face? The evil demon's expression turned grim as he arrogantly jerked his chin towards the house, his tone brooking no argument. But what did he say? I hesitated, staring at him uncertainly, unsure of what to do. What should I do? Let him in? Would he just rob me of everything? Oh, he asked to be let in. Yeah, I guess those must be untranslated lines. So those are line numbers, but they're untranslated lines because they don't have a translation for that? I don't know, man. Refuse him? How could I possibly fend him off? Should I offer the 10 taels from my pocket to send him away? Or should I seize the moment of this attention and fight desperately with a shaving knife? I want to stab him. I am a simple woman. I want to stab things. And we're gonna die. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Fight back. I'll fight him. I'll stab him with a razor, then escape with little Yan. If old man sees his district folks are dead anyway, I might as well gamble. Fight for survival. I'd rather die standing than live on my knees. Ah! I've been plagued by a strange illness for years, living in a drunken stupor, barely clinging to life anyway. Might as well go all out. The demon soldier's got a big blade, but I've got a hidden dagger too. My blade's just as sharp. A surge of rage hit me, but I forced it down with a deep breath. Gotta find a better opening. Hello! Oh, chamber. The silver's there. I grinned at the demon soldier, stepping aside, pointing towards the left chamber. After a suspicious glance, he obeyed and stalked left. Good. Now's my chance. My fingers tighten around the razor in my grip. The blade's as thin as paper. But right now, it might as well cut through anything. I lock onto the red armored eagle demon. The bear skin at his nape quivers like a raft in a storm. But yeah, as far as other visual novels, I do definitely want to play Save the Villainous on stream though, because that one's really great. Then there's also the Whispers of the Luminaries, which is kind of dark, but it's like idols with very dark murder theme and stuff. Though I make a piss poor detective. That one I'm looking forward to. Wait, I supported one of them on Kickstarter, didn't I? I don't remember. I feel like I supported one of those. Not Save the Villainous, because I remember at that point I didn't have enough funds that month to support them, so I couldn't. I know I supported the Witch's Bakery because I'm getting updates. But I feel like I supported one more. Did I support Whispers of the Luminaries? I don't recall! I thought I did. Where's my Kickstarter account? Here we go. I did support Whispers of Luminaries, yes. I think I did. I haven't been getting much updates, I think. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it didn't go through. Well, I tried. The thought is there. I'm still following them. Master Detective Archive Strain was another I was interested in. The Danganronpa devs. Oh, I have watched Danganronpa the anime. It would be interesting to see how the game actually is. Okay. Okay, let me close this. Google Translate, let's go back. But yeah. My razor hums in my hand, a thunderbolt ready to split that flimsy boat in two. I've seen the anime, the game won't hit you nearly as hard. Whoosh! I suddenly swung my arm, launching a surprise attack behind him. Clang! Result. He was ready, turned his head just as I struck. The blade struck something tough, thick leather, and barely sank before jolting to a stop. Shit! My strike was off balance, and with him suddenly turning, the blade missed his exposed neck. I struck only the armor, just beneath his neck. Didn't even scratch him. You're dead meat! The red-armored eagle demon roared, the sound nearly bursting my eardrums. Ah! He twisted violently, his iron scale armor clattering like a viper rearing its head. Thank you for the following, praise the tune! My vision blurred as a massive leather boot soul loomed before me, finally slamming into my gut with brutal force. Ah! Agony crashed over me like a tidal wave. I flew backwards, like a cut puppet, my spine smashing against the courtyard's gate. Boom. The impact sent my razor flying, tracing a faint silver arc before vanishing into the darkness. The assassination failed. I looked up in despair as the red-armored eagle demon advanced towards me. His grotesque face loomed over me, those bloodshot eyes burning with fury and contempt, as a fury being defied with vermin. Clang. Then, slowly he drew the waist dagger from behind his back, its narrow blade glinting coldly as it thrust towards me. That. Oh, we're dead. Cool. The blade pierced my threadbare clothes and sank effortlessly into my gut. I felt vividly the icy steel creeping, tearing, twisting inside me. Excruciating pain instantly swallowed all my consciousness. Blood poured from the gaping wounds in my body. Bang! I collapsed helplessly as blood sprayed rapidly beneath me, soaking into the cracks between the courtyard's blue bricks. Then I heard her scream my name. Little Yan came sobbing from the right chamber, dropped to her knees beside my bleeding body. Don't die! Please don't die! Lilian lay sobbing on top of me, her small face streaked with tears, eyes red and swollen from crying. Why aren't you hiding anymore? Why'd you come here? I watched her with worry, but no words could come. In life's final moments, I kept staring at her until my eyes shut, until this darkness took me. Game over! After this darkness swallowed me whole, then it hit me. Feared. That eagle demon. Why couldn't it see little Yan just now? When she came running, over crying, why didn't the eagle demon even flinch? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever! Doesn't matter! Have a good night, Kinko! Thank you! I can't handle this anymore. I sighed helplessly in my heart. Letting go of my thoughts, I submerged myself into the darkness, into death. Ding! Ending! Killed by the eagle demon! Awesome sauce! Octopus is the one. Okay. Get it. Better to play it safe. Let him enter first, then find an opportunity to act. But yeah, I guess they can't see. She must be then a figment of our imagination. Wait, why is my model not moving? Oh, it is moving. Ah. It's kind of delayed. Why are we being delayed? Okay, there we go. The East District is no place to linger. I plan to escape anyway. What does it matter if he takes everything in this house?
行，冰爷，请随我来。
Oh, very well. My lord, please follow me. I forced a strained smile, stepped aside, and ushered the red armored eagle demon inside. Oh. He swaggered across the threshold, his eagle-like eyes sharp as lightning, greedily scanning my humble courtyard as if calculating how much more could be wrung from it. My gaze remained locked on him, my heart lodged to my throat. Damn, we didn't well enough. He wouldn't discover her, right?
银子在哪儿？除了银子，你这儿还有什么值钱的东西没？
Where's the silver? Besides that, what else of value do you have? He demanded as he strode towards forward, impatience lacing his voice.
值钱的东西都在左边屋子里，冰爷这边请。
All the valuables are in the left chamber. This way, my lord. Suppressing my pounding heart, I swiftly guided him towards the left chamber. He stepped inside first, eyes sweeping the room. Inside, I forced calm as I hauled the silver-laden chest onto the bed, fingers trembling while prying open the unlocked lid. The lifted lid revealed a glimmering hoard, pale silver and jeweled ornaments dazzling the eye. Though much silver had been spent earlier to repel the boar demon and leopard demon, the dim light still made the chest seem brimming. The remaining jewelry's glow lending it false fullness. Red armored eagle demon's gaze locked into the chest of treasures, his eyes alight with ravenous greed. He thrust its scaly clawed talons into the chest without hesitation, greedily seizing fistfuls of silver and jewels. So he has talons for hands, but his neck was exposed with bare skin? It's just these little things that sometimes throw me off. I fixed my eyes on his back, his entire focus consumed by the treasure, when the thought struck me like lightning. A chance. This was our only chance. That eagle demon was the sole sentry nearby. If I could just take him down, Gan and I could break... Alright, let's die again! I could break free. Run. I must escape. Old Man Lin's note and the blood-curdling scream rang like funeral bells in my ears. This district has become a land of death. Staying here means certain doom. Now, right now, while his back is turned, completely defenseless. I must do something. Stop. Stabbies! Let's do stabbies! I must do something. I held my breath, fingers clenched around the razor. The blade's as thin as paper, but right now it might as well cut through anything. I lock onto the radar. Yes, yes. Whoosh, and did he... Whoa! We did it! The knife bit deep, hitting the vein in his neck dead on. Blood sprayed. Good. This demon soldier was too busy drooling over my silver tails to watch his back. The strike was the best I could pull off. Damn it. This razor's too short and dull otherwise. I'd have skewered the demon's, this eagle demon right through. Ah! Red armored eagle demon howled, twisting violently as his iron scale armor clattered. And I saw it, his eyes glowing red with fury. Oh, we're still dead! Cool! His roar nearly split my eardrums. Immediately after, he lifted his foot. And this, yeah, okay. Same. Boom. What the hell? Is that one to spare? Yes, and boom! We're dead. Yeah, same text. You're going to die too. Words in rage fueled by sudden surge of strength. I lunged at him like a wild beast, slamming him to the ground then. I coughed up blood from my throat, splattering through his eyes, blinding him, seizing the moment while his eyes were shut. Ignoring the knife buried in my gut, I kept charging forward and viciously grabbed the razor hanging from his neck. I clenched the razor. With every ounce of strength, I twisted violently, carving, tearing, and painting his neck in blood. Blah 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 blah. Blood sprayed violently, sounding in my face, blurring my sight. He shrieked, blood now gushing from both of us. He struggled, but we were locked together, impossible to tear apart. His blade ran me through. Mine ran through him. His thrashing made us bleed faster, harder. Soon, he stopped struggling, glaring at me with bitter resignation, and he accepted his fate. Well, that's it. Both of us are as good as dead. On the first day the city fell, I traded my life evenly with this butcher and his slaughtering blade. As this start embrace twisted like some lover's suicide, it turns my stomach. Oh wait, I don't have a stomach anymore. It was pulverized ages ago. And I hear her scream my name. Little Yan came sobbing from the right chamber, ran across the central courtyard, and dropped to her knees beside my bleeding body. I tried to turn towards her but couldn't. So I had no choice but to keep my back to her, my back to death, until my eyes shut until this darkness swallowed me whole. After death, darkness swallowed me whole. Then it hit me. Weird. Why could I still see her crying behind me, her face drenched in tears? Oh, this is interesting. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I can't hold this anymore. Letting go of my thoughts. Okay. Bing! Ending. Killed by the eagle demon. Yes, but it's a very different one. Awesome! We unlocked the 2 bad endings on top. We did great. We're doing great with this. Okay. There's gotta be, I hope. So admittedly the game is pretty dark, isn't it? Okay, right now, he's defenseless, I must do something. We're gonna lock him and flee. I must do something. A surge of hot blood rushed to my head. A very sharp breath, my eyes turned piercing in an instant. The silver and the jewels in the left chamber. Let them be the price for my life. I shall have 10 tails stuck in my rope. I must escape with Yan now. Death darkness followed me and I thought, wait, did I leave the stove on? Oh well, whatever. I really like that whatever doesn't matter rhymes in English. 3. I lurched backwards, my hands snapping the edges of the left chamber's wooden doors. With every ounce of strength, I wrenched them shut. Hey, what are you doing? The eagle demon caught the movement behind and spun around, before he could clearly see my movement. The heavy wooden door was sent shut with both hands. His stunned expression narrowed into a dark slit and vanished. The door collided with the frames with a thunderous crash. After shutting the door, I threw myself on the ground, snatched the discarded door bolt, and drove it into the latch faster than ever. Click. The bolt locked the left chamber. The red armored eagle was now trapped inside. Little Yan, get out now! After ensuring the door was locked, I shouted towards the right chamber. Thank you for not translating line 683. From behind the door came the eagle demon's furious roars and the sound of it frantically slamming against the wood. The entire door trembled violently. I couldn't hesitate. I rolled around and dashed towards the right chamber. By the time I reached the courtyard, I saw little Yan tumbling out of the vine vat in panic, dragging towards me in sheer terror. Gia, where? Tap. Without letting her finish, I gripped her icy hand and dragged her outside like, oh damn, it's the same angle as before! This is in the flashback! Yay! Without letting her finish, I gripped her icy hand and dragged her outside like an arrow shot from a bow. Don't ask, just run. I whispered, my gaze locked into the world beyond the courtyard gate, my footsteps never faltering. It's parallels! He's saving her, he's saving herself, like himself. I dragged her along, stumbling through the wind, as we crashed past the threshold. I led her across the rain-puddled street, each step kicking up sprays of mud and droplets. I couldn't see the expression on her face behind me, only feel her frantic stumbling steps. The slight tremble of her small hand in my palm. I know, right? It looks very pretty. In this state, I like to resemble her from all those years ago. Why are you not translating line 701? After 15 years, I uttered the same phrase she once did. That year, at the inn in Jean's salt pond, the 11-year-old girl dragged 9-year-old me from our cage, sprinting towards the unknown. Now, roles reversed, I'm the one pulling her from the brink. Time fleets, years blur. 13 years vanished in an instant, leaving no room for reflection. Finally, this time, it's my hand clasping hers. Spearheading our desperate flight. I assume this means that this is the end of the demo version. Thank you for not translating that either. Well, no, it is really pretty. Yay, we did it, we finished. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to end approximately here because we got like a taste of the entire narration, of the setup, of the flashbacks, and then also of how the action works in this. But yeah, oh wait, there's probably one more bad ending where we just watch what happens. Well, anyway, but we cleared it, yay! Let's end it on a positive note. Yeah, so that was the demo version of the Weeping Swan, the Lamenting Geese, the Swan Goose. It's the Swan Goose, the Goose Swan, Swan Goose. Yeah, no, it is pretty interesting. But yeah, as I said, I do feel the debuff of not knowing much about Chinese literature. I should definitely find an older translation of The Journey to the West so that I can read it on stream, and then we can all become wiser. All right. There is some people I want to rate though, and I need to make sure that they're still streaming. I need to return the fever, even though it's like a small thing. Okay, they look like they're still streaming. Let me check. Sound?
That'll be fun. Do we need to bring anything other than a good mood and?
Okay, there's still anyway. We're doing this speed rate. We're going to rate Sylvie. Let's go. Speed run. Everyone sign up. Before they end the stream. It's a dragon idol. Read, select, go. Okay. And on YouTube too. Ito ne. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys on Friday for the fanfic writing. I can either rate, okay.